So today I want to talk about purpose. And I wonder if that makes you cringe and want to turn this off. So don't turn it off. I wonder if you have ever found yourself seeking your purpose or searching for your purpose. Or if you've said, when I find my purpose, I'll be happy. I just have to figure out my purpose. I wonder what my purpose is. Have you ever found yourself talking about that or saying that? I know I have. And what I love so much about this journey of life is when you really start to follow and trust your nudges and go for things and learn that, there is no such thing as failing. It either works out or you learn, and it was meant to. And so that worked out for you, even if it didn't work out the way you think it should have worked out, because you'll find down the road later that it completely worked out for you. And maybe that's the gift of age and having a lot of life, that you can go back and look at the breadcrumb trails. But now, I mean, that's actually wrong. It's just I didn't know that I could go back and look at the breadcrumb trails. I could look at the breadcrumb trails that got me to Vancouver at 19, and what happened when I was a teenager in Winnipeg that got me to Vancouver. I can look at the breadcrumb trails now. It just, probably wasn't important or didn't have the knowledge because we didn't have the intro web to be able to understand all these things, right? And so I know that this journey of purpose, and I have probably in the last 15 years that I've been an entrepreneur and that I have been in business and multiple businesses, I keep saying this is my purpose. Like, this was my purpose to help women in their 40s get fit when I was a woman in my 40s who got fit. It was my purpose to help single moms create an income so that they could be full-time moms while making a full-time income. That was my purpose when I was the woman that was a single mom who created an online business in network marketing and was able to create an income to be with my kids full-time and make a full-time income. It was my purpose to help people build other businesses. It was my purpose to teach people how to speak when I had learned how to speak. And so I'm saying this because every one of those times, if you would ask me, that would have been my life's purpose. Now I understand that our life's purpose is to grow. And then if you choose and want to do other things with that, to kind of give back to others. But here's the pressure about purpose schmurpus, I say, because we think we have to find this purpose as if we can Google it or chat GPT it. ChatGPT, what's my purpose? I bet if I asked ChatGPT what my purpose is right now, it would probably know, because ChatGPT really knows me right now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that after. I'll do that after. Maybe there's another episode in there. And so we think that it's as easy as typing it in ChatGPT or putting it in our map, right? I need to go to my purpose, and that you're going to get a route. And so you do get a route, but what else do you get? Rerouting. I guess it depends. Is rerouting American and rerouting's Canadian? Whatever. But you get what I'm saying. We want it to be this. I'm just going to sit here until my purpose lands on me, and then I'll go after my purpose. And it just doesn't work that way. And we put so much pressure on this concept of purpose, that we need to find our purpose, that it needs to make us so happy, that it needs to pay us money, right? You need to be doing it so much that it doesn't even feel like work, that you're in your purpose and that you make money doing it. And then you have to help other people doing it. Your purpose is only a really good purpose if you help other people. And then it needs to probably change the world. It needs to make such a huge impact on everything that it changes the world. And if it doesn't, then it's not really purpose, and you better just start at the drawing board again, right? And so there's all this pressure on purpose. So you're sitting there going I don't know, is that it? I mean, I'm not going to make money at that right away. Is that transforming the entire world? Okay, no, I guess it's not my purpose. But how do you know if your purpose isn't what you just did yesterday when you held the door open for that beautiful woman at the grocery store? How do you really know? And I was at an experience with Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of Big Magic, and she wrote Eat, Pray, Love. She lived Eat, Pray, Love, and she's one of my favorite authors. And I was at a writer's workshop, which I didn't even know I was a writer when I signed up for that. So that's fun. That's the interesting thing about being guided. I just wanted to hear her speak. And she did something about purpose. And we had to and I want you to do this. And if you're listening to the podcast and you're driving and you're walking and you're doing all sorts of things, um, this might ruin it a little bit for you, but I really want you to do a version of this. And if you are listening to seeing the YouTube, hey, what's up? I want you to take a pen and a piece of paper so you can pause. You can go get one because you're certainly not going to be sitting at a desk listening to this, I don't think. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe you're on the step mill like I am listening to YouTubes, but any hoodles. I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to put your pen in your non-dominant hand. So for me, that's my left. And I want you to, I'm gonna do it with you, even though this is sticky. I want you to close your eyes, because why not? And I want you to draw a perfect portrait of you right now. Okay, go. So you've got an eye, you got my paper's moving. You have some hair, and I don't want you to look at her. You can look at her. You got feet maybe, or him. Maybe you've got, are you wearing a tie? Are you wearing boots? Long hair. I've got sparkles. So you just, okay. Don't forget the eyes. Don't forget the mouth. Are you smiling? Are you yelling? And done. Now I want you to look at this. Okay. If you're on YouTube, here's mine. It's perfect. Look at that. Can you see? Look at that. Is that an accurate depiction of me? Here's what I loved about this so much. In a room of 1,000 women 1,000 people, I shouldn't just say women. When this experience, and I did this at my Supercharge event, and it was glorious, and I will do it over and over and over again. The laughter and the joy of seeing this and being like, yeah, that's me. And we must have laughed for minutes and minutes, and we were next to people, we were sharing and that kind of thing. So if you're with somebody else, that's fun, but you get to like share with yourself. And she said something profound. She said, that is a representation of your soul, of your spirit. And what if your only purpose is to make her happy or him happy? And that is that joy that you just had, that even when you did it and you were like, that's great. Like, you still felt joy. Yeah. You felt joy. And if your purpose is to make this soul, the spirit, this inner child, this you that is just wearing a meat suit right now, happy, can't that be enough? And more than can't that be enough, that's got to be enough. Because if you do something that doesn't make you happy, like the true you, not doing something because somebody will tell you you're great, or doing something because it'll make your parents proud, or doing something because your spouse wants you, or doing something because somebody else thinks you need to do that, but you don't want to do that. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is a feeling. Your purpose can be the smallest of things, because when you start doing things for your soul, your spirit, following your purpose, following what feels good, you live in a vibration and an energy that more things come. And you start trying things, and you start investigating things. And one day, maybe my purpose right now is to say this line so that you hear this. So it's the 100th time you've heard it and you said, gosh darn it, I'm going to do it. Maybe that's my purpose, to have been on here today, even though I was tired, and even though I thought I had nothing to say, and even though I thought, what is the point? But what if you hear this and say, I just got a release from not having to try so hard. And that thing that I think is insignificant is actually the thing that makes me so happy. And what if that's my purpose? And that you follow that and you keep doing that thing that makes you happy. And then synchronicities and magic and fabulous things start happening, because you don't get what you want, you get who you are. So if you're doing something that makes you happy, you're going to get more things. But if you're trying to do things because that's your purpose and it sounds good because you need to do it, it needs to fit the box that other people say, then you're living in a vibration that's shitty, and you will have more shitty things happen. That right there might be my purpose. So if you struggle to find your purpose, welcome to the club. And how about you give up the struggle and you just start saying, my purpose is to live this life, and follow the things that feel good to me. And they don't need to make sense to anybody else. And you don't need to ask everybody else's opinion. And you don't need anybody else to tell you you're worthy and capable. And you don't need to have gotten a degree or done a this or done a this or any of that stuff that you think you need to. You get to just follow the feeling and release this needs to be and look like this to be called a purpose, and allow the flow to just go. Allow the flow to just go. If this was what you needed to hear today, then send me a message on Instagram or comment on this YouTube or send me a carrier pigeon. I'd love to hear.